Hey guys, so for this week's post, I found a peer-reviewed study. It was evaluating a school-based social and emotional learning program for middle school students. And one of the reasons I chose this one was because I currently work in a junior high, and I think that's where I want to continue working when I become a counselor at the middle school level. Um, so this article was focusing on a program that was called Second Steps Student Success Through Prevention. Um, and it's a middle school program, like I said. Um, this is a social emotional learning program, and it was designed to target a lot of really important social issues that kids um, or are facing in middle school, like bullying, peer aggression, and sexual harassment. Um, and so the curriculum consisted of 15 weekly lessons. They were about 50 minutes long, and they were delivered by classroom teachers, so they didn't have to have an outside person come in and teach um, on this. They could extend it out and integrate it into the school day. Um, the lessons were organized around uh, four major skill areas, and that was empathy, communication, bullying, prevention, and problem solving. And the goals were to reduce aggression from students and victimization, and help them build more um, emotional and social competence and regulation, ability to control themselves also, um, so that they're not reacting in an aggressive way. Um, so
10:20 p.m.
I don't know why it just told me, my computer just told me the time. Um, who does this program serve? So the sample in this study was all sixth grade students, and it was across 36 middle schools in Illinois and Kansas. And then in total, it was about I think they said 3,616 students. Um, and so the sample was pretty diverse. Um, and I liked that they focused on sixth grade in particular. You know, it's a transition year into junior high, and that's a really important time. It's really critical. Um, and that's where you see sometimes a lot the bullying and things of that nature kind of increase when kids are really trying to like vie for um, position, I guess, for lack of a better word, and trying to figure out who they are and where they stand in the um, in the social, I guess, aspect of their grade level. Um, so describe the evaluation. Um, this was so instead of um, so the entire schools are randomly assigned whether or not they would receive the second step program or serve as a waitlist control, which meant they would eventually get the program, but they didn't get it during that study period. And then data was collected before and after the program. Um, and it was measured by student self-report surveys. And then what they measured were physical aggression, verbal and relational aggression, bullying and peer victimization, homophobic teasing, and then sexual violence and harassment. And these were all measured by self-reporting scales. So major results. Um, so the results were kind of mixed. They said that they found after the program, the students were 42% less likely to self-report physical aggression, um, which is really great. However, it did not really show any major changes in verbal or relational bullying, the homophobic teasing or sexual violence or peer victimization. So it showed some good results as far as physical aggression goes, but it didn't really um, show any major findings on the other things. um Strengths and limitations. um so in when talking about strengths, that they had a great sample size, using the 36 schools across the two states, and then measuring the outcomes before and after, um I think was a strength in the study. That way that they could see, how things were from they had something to compare, had some comparison. Um, for the limitations, maybe the fact that the students were self-reporting, they may not be completely honest because maybe they're embarrassed, or um, I don't know. There could be a number of reasons why they wouldn't want to disclose certain things, or be completely honest on some of the topics that were covered. Um, and then it followed students for one school year, or one program cycle. So um, maybe trying to figure out whether or not it had a lasting impact. Personal experience. Um, I haven't, I don't really have any personal experience with a program like this. Um, so I know that for us, we've had, just kind of like a person come in and do a talk on our campus, and it works in the moment, but doesn't seem to like really stick with the kids long term. So I would like to see something like this maybe implemented on our campus to see what the long term impacts are. So I can't wait to see what everyone else had to say. Thanks. Bye.